Okay, I have just arrived at the first stop. I'm in Goulburn. I'm gonna get out, stretch my legs. I might get a little snack or something. I'm driving for about an hour and a half-ish, hour 40 minutes-ish now. I'm apparently supposed to take a break every 2 hours, which I didn't do going down or coming back last time. So I'm doing that this time. Mild excitement on the way down because there was a car that I was with for quite a lot of the time that just had no plates. And I didn't really know what I was supposed to do about that, if anything, so I ended up just like calling like the Crime Stoppers thing, and they were like, oh, someone's plates probably got stolen, they didn't realize. I don't really know how that would happen, but yeah, anyway, whatever. So yeah, I did that, and then I was with them for quite a bit, but obviously I got off the expressway and they were still on it, so I don't know what will ever happen, if anything will happen. But I don't really know how you could get into your car without seeing that your plates were missing, because they didn't have either of them. It wasn't like they had the front one but the back one was gone or something like that. Like both of them were just not there. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go get some food, I think, and stretch my legs a little. The sunset's actually really pretty as well. It's been quite pretty the whole time. Obviously I haven't been able to film it or anything because I've been driving. It's still quite nice, so you can see this bit of it. I didn't think to put my water in so I could eat in here, so I have to go back to the car to eat. I'm just getting a couple of edamame from Oliver's. So I might grab some like a bag of chips or something as well from the service station next door. We'll see. As you can probably tell, I'm back in the car now. Oh, quite bright lights of a car in front of me. I've got my edamame, so I'm gonna have that before I head off, and then I also got some like a bag of chips and a twirl as well, so I can have those on the road. But the edamame I'm gonna eat here because it needs 2 hands. Actually, I don't know if you viewer people, I don't know what you guys are called, the people who watch Mum's vlog, I don't know if you guys actually know that I eat edamame. It's like the only green thing I'll actually eat. So yeah, I thought I'll have some of that because that's at least healthy, and then I'll get going again. Yeah, I'm probably just an idiot, but I think I'm just now realizing that edamame is hairy. Like the pods, not the actual beans themselves. But they've got hair on them. Like little, like, they're probably not actually called hairs, but like the little bits of fluff. I don't know what you'd call them. Yes, I never realized that before. Anyway, I'm enjoying my edamame. I've got a lot more than I thought I would. I don't know why, because I knew the size of the cups. But anyway, knacking. I have to listen to music while I eat because I don't have internet out here, so I can't watch anything on YouTube. So that's a little bit sad, but that's okay. I had my edamame. I just went and put it in the bin just so I can have a little bit more of a walk. I'm gonna head off again now. I've got about an hour's drive to the where I'm staying in Canberra. So hopefully that won't take too long. I'm done. Well, I'm more than halfway there now. So hopefully it won't be too bad to do the rest of the trip, even though it's dark now. I don't like driving in the dark. I have an astigmatism. Okay, so. As you can see, I have arrived. Pretty plain trip coming down from Goulburn. Nothing really happened. Once I got here, I stopped. There's like a Metro Woolies downstairs, so I stopped there in hopes of getting some chocolate milk for breakfast this morning. For breakfast tomorrow morning, 'cause I don't have any. But they didn't have the brand I liked, so I ended up just getting some regular, like a small thing of regular oat chocolate milk. So that'll be a mission for tomorrow. But first things first is to unpack the food and then the non-perishables. I'm all settled in, all unpacked. I'm just sitting down to I'm going to do a little bit of reading, and then I might go do some puzzles or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. It is, can't do that. It is 10 to 8 at the moment, so it's not super late, but it's getting there. So we'll see what I end up doing. Despite having my packing list, I realized on the way down that I don't actually remember packing toothpaste. And I was like, oh no, I must have packed it because I ticked it off my list. I didn't pack it. I just ticked it off my list because I was ticking off everything else. So I was like, oh, I must have packed it. The list falls apart when you don't actually read it properly and use it as it's meant to be. But anyway, so I'm going to have to do that tomorrow as well. I'm going to have to try and find like some kind of like sensory shop or something to buy the toothpaste that I'll actually use. Because I don't use regular toothpaste because sensory issues. So I'm going to have to try and look into seeing if there's any of those around here. I imagine there's one somewhere. So yeah, that's fun. So I've got that, and I've got chocolate milk to get tomorrow. And I don't know what else I'll do. I'll find something to do. I don't actually have anything planned for tomorrow. It's the weekend still, and like technically it's still school holidays until Monday. So like I imagine most people would obviously be traveling home this weekend and or tomorrow. But yeah, I didn't actually plan anything for for tomorrow. So we'll see what happens. Good morning. It's about 10 o'clock now on Saturday or Sunday. I'm just gonna get some breakfast. I've been up for a bit. I've just been reading. So I'm gonna get some breakfast and then work out where the sensory store is, because I don't have toothpaste and I don't use regular toothpaste because of my sensory issues. So I need to try and find out if there's anywhere in Canberra that sells a toothpaste I will use. Hopefully there's somewhere. I mean, surely there must be somewhere. Hopefully. Anyway, so yeah, gonna get some breakfast and then get ready and do that. Okay, I'm ready. Turns out I don't need to go to a sensory store or any kind, because they sell it at Chemist Warehouse. So I'm just gonna go to those. Yeah, whichever ones, I'll find one that's nearest. I'll put it in Waze and that can get me there. So I'm gonna go do that, and then also gonna go to the nearest like proper Woolies, because the one downstairs is a small one, and get the chocolate milk as well. And then I'll come back because I've got like the family catch up thing in like an hour and a half ish. So yeah, I'll come back after that. Okay, first part of that adventure was successful, so I've got that. Got my receipt as well, because I need that so I can get like the refund from NDIS, because they will pay for that because it's a sensory thing because of the autism. So I also got the receipt as well. So now I'm going to try and find where the nearest Woolworths is and then go there. This place was like a kilometre from where I'm staying, and I was like, I probably should just walk that, but then I figured because I'm going to the Woolworths as well, I was like, I'll just drive. So I did that. And I'm like, I've parked in a spot that I don't know if it's actually a spot, because it's got like yellow paint towards the front, and it's like, but there's no lines anywhere, and there's a sign that side that says 2-hour parking this way, so I'm like within that arrow. So I'm like, even if it wasn't actually a spot, I feel like I'd have like plausible deniability. And there's a car that parks on the other side of that white, like these two spots have that like that yellow paint on them, and there's a car there as well, so I'm going to assume it's fine. Someone else was parked here before, like, and I waited for them to reverse and then park, so I'm assuming it's fine. Anyway, I'm back in the car now, so obviously I'm not going to get towed because I'm in the car. Yes, I'm going to go try and find the nearest Woolworths now. Okay, as you can see, I'm back in the apartment now. I think this apartment just runs actually very warm, because I was quite comfortable while I was outside all day. But like as soon as I came to the front door, I was like, whoo, it's warm in here. So I'm going to open up the doors a bit and hopefully get some airflow. Because it's a bit, I think like steamy is probably the word to use. Clammy. I don't know how to describe things. But yeah, I'm going to get some airflow in here, and hopefully that'll cool the place down a little bit. I've just popped outside onto the balcony to vlog the sunset, because it's quite pretty. Can't actually see where the sun is because it's just behind that building. But it's creating quite a nice effect on the sky, on the skyline. It's quite a nice view from this apartment. Okay, good morning. I'm all ready to go. So I'm gonna head off to the zoo now. I don't think I actually mentioned that I'm doing the zoo, going to the National Zoo and Aquarium today. That's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to that. I've got a Meet the Cheetahs thing at 1:30. It's almost 10:30 now, so got like a few hours before that. So yeah, gonna head off. I think I might go to like a Baker's Delight and get some cheese rolls for lunch beforehand, but I don't know if I can actually be bothered, so I might just get something at the zoo. As you can see, I have arrived at the zoo. I did end up stopping at a Baker's Delight on the way, so I've got lunch as well. As you can now see, I am in the zoo, and these are the first animals I'm seeing. I don't actually know what they are. They're some kind of primate. I don't know what they are by name. They're cute. They're a civilian squirrel monkey. Whatever that means.
Can you see the monkeys? Yeah.
They're quite cool. I think this is just going to make me want to play my zoo game a lot more. Because in these kind of environments, I'm like, oh, this is how you set up the enclosure and stuff. Oh, jump. It's cool watching them like walk around on the ropes and jump and stuff. Anyway, I'm trying to work out how to actually get into the zoo. I think it's that way. So I went the other way, which is towards the aquarium. But I'm going to go to that at the end. These guys are what? Cotton top tamarin, I'm going to say is how it's pronounced. They've got long tails, they're quite cute. There's one over there that's actually doing stuff. We'll try and, oh, upside down it goes. Oh no. Well, it seems quite calm. It doesn't seem to. Oh, that's cool watching them do stuff. Oh, okay, cool. So apparently they quite enjoy hanging upside down because that one's crawling on the roof over there. So apparently they're quite happy on their backs or upside down. That seems weird. There's one in there just swinging in like a little crate, having fun. Like a little bowl. It's just swinging around. Well, it's not anymore. They are quite cute. Arrived at the otters. They're very cute. Got a nice little waterfall. Right, they've got an underwater area that you can visit and see them underwater, but I don't know if this is all of them. Or if there are more underwater. They look pretty dry to me. They're so cute. I love their little waddles as they walk. Here are some of the big cats. Not the ones I'm meeting. I think you can. I just chose not to. There, it looks like they're sunbaking at the moment. And over here are the white lions. Not super sure what the difference is, but... Oh, that's a bit sad because apparently it's not, you don't get them in wild anymore. That's a bit sad. They look very big. I mean, they are big cats, but they look quite big even from this distance. I think I'm going to be surprised by how big the leopards, not the leopards, the cheetahs are. I think they're going to be a lot bigger than I think they are. Because obviously I've only ever seen them from, this kind of distance. I've never seen them super up close. So I think it'll be a bit of a weird experience. Found the sun bear. It was just asleep earlier, so it wasn't in a very good position to film. So I just walked past it. So I knew I'd come back this way. Now it's having a snack. It's very cute. Found the tigers now. I'm not quite sure what this one's doing. It just went and sat up there. I think it's just pacing now. It was just sitting in the corner. I don't know if that's like an entrance to like an undercover area because it looks like it might be. But it didn't go in, so I'm not really sure. Yeah, 380. There's nothing coming around now. I don't know if it's on its own or if there's another one in here. It's the only one I can see. Ew, they look very fluffy. Can you come over here, Mr. Tiger? Nope, you're gonna lie down over there? Okay. That's alright, I suppose. Would have been nice to see you up close, but nope, that's okay. You do you, Mr. Tiger. Photos of all the different animals around the place, but this one's very cute. He's just probably just head out of the water. Well, yeah, probably popping out of the water, but it's very cute and very good photo. Well, I know I haven't seen one in a while. I don't think that is what a kangaroo looks like. Maybe it's just me. The bird area. I'm just following like the trail that they have for the most part. They've got a bunch of different birds in here, but I can only see those ones. And there's like other ones occasionally flying around. Oh, there's some lorikeets, I think, just behind that leaf there. Remember, lorikeets are always pretty. We get them at home sometimes. Not very often, but sometimes. Sorry for the cameras being all wobbly. I'm quite zoomed in, so minor movements of my hands are causing massive changes in the camera. Tree kangaroos. There's only one in here that I can see anyway. But it's fast asleep. Having a nap. The kangaroo I saw earlier has left his composure.
He's more scared of you than you are of it. So just... How pretty is it?
I don't know what the animal's meant to be in that enclosure, because I don't think it's that one. Not scared of people. Like, oh, this is not zooted at all. Like, I'm very, very close to it, and it does not care. Probably a meter and a half away from it. It's busy grooming its feathers. It's so pretty. You've got pretty feathers, Mr. Birdie. Look at all the feathers. Puffing them up, trying to groom themselves. It's so cool. There's a lot of feathers in there. Wonder how long it takes to groom them all, or if they just do like little bits all the time. I think this is another kangaroo enclosure that it was just in, but it just, like, I saw it fly up into the fence. So it's just chilling up here now. I'm not sure if these are llamas or alpacas, but they're cute. I'm waiting for Van to put his head back up. There we go. Hello. I'm going to black and white corvus, I think is how it's probably pronounced. Maybe. They're all having a chill in the little hut. Apparently one up in the tree is named Saki, because a zookeeper just walked past and was asking what it was doing on its back. Because it was on its back a second ago. I didn't realise their tails were so long. I saw it moving. I'm like, oh, okay, they've got very long tails. I think they're grooming the two in there. That's what it looked like anyway. Yeah. That's very cool. I find it kind of funny that the like viewing areas for giraffe enclosures are always really high up. I was like, look how tall that shelter is. It's ridiculously tall. It's so funny. They're so long. Some zebras in here too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, and at least you can walk from
Aww. It's cute. I don't know what they're doing, but it's cute. It's almost like they're playing. So Papa's going for a walk. Dingoes. I don't know why they're going for a walk. I don't know where they're going. It's funny. Looking at the map, I am about here-ish. Around here, because I'm near the giraffes, and next to me I'm still at giraffes. I'm trying to work out what I should do, because I can't do all of this loop and get back to here in an hour. And I have an hour until I need to be here, which is right near where I am. So I don't know if I should go back and do like these bits over here, and then make my way back there, or if I should just like sit down and have some lunch, or what. I might just go do these things and then decide if I want to have lunch or wait until after the encounter. Apparently that's where I'm supposed to meet for that. And the I don't know what they actually are called. Starts with S. Some kind of primate. They're quite cute. I think it must be grooming time, because the two down the ground are grooming. These two. I think they are anyway. Oh no, they're playing. They're playing. What they're doing? Roll over.
Their butts are grey. Their butts are grey.
Back to grooming maybe? Yeah, let's go back to grooming. That one up there was also on the ground a second ago. Yeah. And then climbed all the way up there in like a few seconds. It was very quick at climbing. That's very cool. Very good at climbing. Those two are playing again. I'll have to do stuff as well again now. Oh my goodness, it's balancing on that rope. My goodness. They are very agile. The other one's just hanging. They're all very active. Oh, it lost its snack. Oh goodness. They're so agile. They know exactly where they're going. It doesn't look like they're going to make any mistakes, even though it looks like something that you could mess up pretty easily. Especially like when two of them were on the same rope and it was swinging a bit weirdly. But they still were able to do it pretty perfectly. They're still play fighting. Goodness. Not the best quality because they're very far away, but there's some cheetahs. I'll get better quality stuff in a bit. I think these are the ones I'm actually meeting as well, so that's cool. There's another peacock, but this one's actually in my way, so we're going to see how friendly they are. Excuse me, Birdle. Can I pass, please? Yeah, nope. You do not care, do you? I have my way back over to the koalas because it's near-ish to the area that I'm going to be staying at. And the koala's up here now. This is Bailey the koala. There's a lion in the background roaring. Must be something happening with them. Just having a good snack. Looks very, very chill. I'm glad I got to actually see them. I'm back at the meerkats now. So I might just come here and have my lunch and watch some meerkats because they're actually active doing stuff. A lot of the animals are just sleeping all lounging around. These guys are actually doing something. I think there's a few in the hole that they've dug over there. Yep, well there's one. Just came out. I don't know if I caught that or not. Hello. Get very close to the glass. And then they realise that they can't keep going that way and they have to turn around. One was talking 5 seconds ago. I don't know if you could hear it.
Where's the guard? There's the guard. No, the guard's over there.
Oh, is that
They
the
blend in, don't they?
might have to move.
Obviously you can see it, but like if you weren't really looking, if you were just glancing over, you wouldn't necessarily notice it there. Okay, I've just had lunch. It's just about on 1 o'clock now, so my thing's at 1:30. It's like just in front of me where I need to be to meet them, so I'm gonna have to walk 20 meters. Online it said be there half an hour early, but the lady at the front thing said get there just before 1:30. So but either way, there's nothing I can really do in half an hour, so I'm just gonna go sit over there and probably do something productive, like check my emails, because I've got a lot of emails from uni stuff that I actually need to sort through. It sounds like a very boring thing. It's like the one thing people are like, oh, I'll be productive, I'll check some emails. It's like the go-to productive thing, but I actually do have emails I need to respond to. So I might just do that while I wait, or read some fan fiction. That's a lot less productive. We'll see what happens. I can't actually remember if I said it or not at the start, but I've had lunch now, so I don't actually know if I mentioned that I did end up getting to the cheese rolls from Baker's Delight. I went to a different one to the last I went to yesterday, because that one, the car park was really busy. So I was like, I didn't want to go back there, which is why I was saying I didn't know if I would like go to a Baker's Delight. But there was another one that was like not out of the way really at all. It was probably an extra maybe 5 minutes to the trip, including like obviously going into the shop and stuff, so it didn't make much of a difference. So I was like, I'll go to that one, and that was the one I went. I've been there before, because I went there the morning I was coming back to have breakfast, so I got breakfast and there I was meant to come home. So I've been there before, so I knew it was easy to access, and like the car park was pretty empty as it was last time. So I did that. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go do something productive.
So you can hear him purring. That is a very happy noise right now. And this is the lovely Asani. You can tell by the white tip at the end of his tail. Zambi's over there. I don't know what he's doing, but he's over there. He's got the black tip at the end of his tail. And Viking's gone over to the left. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Trees in the way. Yeah. So as you're grooming him, he's grooming Lucy in return.
So much fur on the back of their necks.
Yeah. So that's helping them to blend in with the dry grass, while cheetahs are very fast animals. Yeah, these guys are similar.
There was no lying down, it was just from straight up to sideways.
To straight down, yeah. Cheetahs definitely do a little bit of the same. You can see those really pretty black markings down their face. That is unique to cheetahs, often called the teardrops. And easiest way to tell a cheetah from a leopard is whether they've got those markings, and it's one of the ways to tell apart a daytime versus a nocturnal predator. So a lot of your nocturnal, or even my favourite word, crepuscular, means they hunt at dawn and dusk. So lions will have like a white stripe under their eye to help reflect extra light in, whereas cheetahs have got that black marking because they're hunting even.
I've just finished the encounter thing. It was very cool. I didn't really know what I was expecting in terms of their fur, because obviously I knew it wouldn't be like a dog because it's short fluff, so it's more like, I think it's probably what you would expect for the most part. It's like that kind of like short fur that sticks quite close to the skin, so you kind of just pat it down along the way with the fluff, rather than like, you know, like with the grills you run your fingers through their fluffs. Obviously don't do that with those guys. But it was really cool. They have an awful lot of fluff at like the back of their necks, like where like their scruff. Yeah, I don't know if it's called scruff for cats or not, or big cats, because that's what you call it for dogs. It's like where like their parents pick them up as puppies. I think cats have that too, but I'm not certain. But yeah, that was really cool. I'm not sure what like photos and videos the lady took, because she holds the phone, like she does the photos and stuff for it. I noticed like at the start she was filming horizontally, so vertically, so there might be a little bit of vertical filming, but I asked her then to start doing stuff horizontally for this, so hopefully it won't be too much of it will be vertical, because it was right towards the start. But yeah, it was really cool to see them that like up close and actually get to pat them. So I think when I come back here, I definitely want to do some of the other encounters, because it's very cool. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Okay, so I switched to my hat again now. I took my hat off so I could have my bow in my hair for the photos and stuff. I've got my hat back on now. In hindsight, the only thing I will say that was not great about it was, and it's not necessarily not great, it's like I knew going in, but you can't sit in there, like you squat or you can bend over. I was squatting the whole time, as you probably saw in the videos. My ankles are actually quite sore now from being in that position for like 10 minutes. It was like the first time I had to stand up quickly. Like it wasn't a problem, like I was able to do it of course, otherwise I wouldn't have been allowed to do the encounter. But anyway, like I kind of like stumbled a little bit because my ankles were a little bit sore from being squatted for like 5 minutes at that point. I'm back at the giraffes now, because this way is the way you go to do that, and there's like a big loop that the zoo has. It's like a main loop, and this is the start of it, so that's why it was just up there where I realized that I need to be over here for the encounter. So I was like, I'll come back and then do the loop afterwards. So I'm gonna go do that now. I was just walking distance closer and then realized there was an ostrich right next to me. I don't know if I was cutting off your head then. Hello, you've got very nice eyelashes. It's very cool. You are very, very close. No one's even here to admire. My goodness, you've got big feet. I didn't realize their feet were so big. They got lions and tigers here, but they've been rescued from circuses. So that's really cool. I didn't realize I'd have them here. I don't know what a tiger is. I guess it's a cross between a lion and a tiger, but I didn't know that was even a thing. I guess it's sort of like a mule, like a horse and a donkey, but not. I mean, I thought lions and tigers would be more different as a species than like horses and donkeys. So I don't know, but anyway, it's interesting. Sleepy deer over there. I thought this was the lion enclosure, but I'm gonna hope it's not. Because otherwise that might be the meal. But yeah, they wouldn't do that here. So I assume this is just a reindeer enclosure. I assume it's a reindeer. I don't know. I thought no, it's not a reindeer because reindeer lose their horns in winter, don't they? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, so I still haven't seen any sign. These are obviously different animals. I don't know. These look like big capybaras. I'm not sure what they are. Probably tapirs, probably. I don't know. I'm like drawing on my limited memory of my zoo game. I mean, that one doesn't look like a tapir, but that one does. So I'm not sure. There's not any signs here. It's just a bunch of animals. But actually, I just googled it, and the deer back there could be a reindeer if it's a female, because they don't lose their horns until spring, after they have their babies. So it could be a reindeer. I don't know, guys. I'm gonna try and pronounce it wapiti. That's what they are. Apparently it's a Native American word that means light-coloured deer, so they are some kind of deer. So I wonder if they also lose their horns. Or antlers. Are they called antlers? They're probably called antlers. Well, there's actually there's a thing over there that says horns or antlers. I was trying to read it before, but I can't read that quickly. But either way, at least some of them have the head things. My ability to use words, I would make a great zookeeper. I can use all of the words. Definitely. I probably would know these as Canadian elk, most likely. That sounds more familiar to me. But yeah, the males in the deer family grow antlers, so they are antlers. Based on what they're saying here, I think that like, when they're branched like this, I'll move so it's in the shade. When they're branched like this, they're antlers. It says like it's talking about like the male in the deer family grow antlers. They are branched and grow as an extension of the animal's skull, which kind of implies that that's what distinguishes them from horns, in that they branch. Yeah, I was right, because when the breeding season is over, the male drops their antlers and starts to grow a new, even more impressive set for the next year. So yeah, they drop them at the end of fall, whereas the females will shed their horns or antlers in spring at some point when they've had their babies. They come across the zebras, but they're all facing away. I don't know what's exciting about over there, but they don't want to look this way, that's for sure. So in case you can't tell, I'm in one of like the walk-in enclosures at the moment. And there's a bunch of wallabies over there. I don't really know how you're meant to differentiate them from kangaroos, but I know they're small. I'm gonna watch the wombats here. It's a specific type of wombat, but I didn't read the whole name, so I don't know what type of wombat. They are cute and a lot bigger than I thought they'd be. I've seen all these animals before, I think I've just forgotten. They are, yeah, they're a decent size. And they're waddling off. They're all quite funny walks. And over here we've got the alligators. I think that's a live one. It's very still, I can't actually tell if it's alive or not. Excuse me? Is that an actual alligator or a statue? Oh, it's very still, I couldn't tell. It's very, very still.
They're really sleepy at this time of year because their body temperature drops right down, so
Oh,
they
yeah.
don't move very fast. They don't eat for a couple of months.
Oh, wow.
They sort of go into a lot of, it's like kind of like a semi-hibernation sort of stage.
Well, I wasn't sure if it was a statue.
Yep, sunning herself.
There's a person in there cleaning the pool. Into that like walk-through enclosure now because I had to go back this way to get out of the area where the wombats and the alligators are. But these guys are all very sleepy and cute. They are very cute. Now we've reached the black buck area. Got an encounter. I've already done my encounter. Enclosure was the one I was after. I think it must be nap time. All the animals are just snoozing in the sun. I guess being winter, the sun is a luxury. I'm at the dingo enclosure. It is quite cute. There's one over here that is fast asleep. Fast asleep. It must be nap time, I'm sure. I've reached the ring-tailed lemurs now. I didn't know they were down here, so it's a good thing I came down this way. This one's having a snack rather than sleeping. So that's good, there's at least some animals awake. They're quite cute though. I'm gonna sit and have a Clipper ice cream. I saw a kid earlier that had one, and then since then I really wanted one, so it was kind of like a somewhat side mission to find one at one of the places in the zoo. Anyway, I forgot what I'm gonna have that. I hope you can hear me, but I found a nice little spot to sit and enjoy my ice cream. Ooh, that's a sheep. Looks a bit different to Coda Bear. I always say Coda looks like a sheep. So I don't know if I believe it. Looks more like a goat to me. And a sheep. I mean, the mountain over there doesn't help, or the mini mountain. It looks like they look like mountain goats. I'm at another giraffe enclosure now. But I don't think I've ever actually seen them from ground height before, and they're a lot bigger than I thought they were. Because there's one over there that is rather big. Over, I'll show you. Yeah. It's like I don't think I even go up to like the end of the black bit on its tail. They're a lot taller than they look. Come across the white rhinos, and they're trying to be friends and they can't because there's a fence in the way. Oh, they're a lot bigger than I thought they'd be again. That's a big animal. They're so big. They're called elands. They're quite cute. Oh, one of them's got spots, the other one doesn't. Up to the black and white ruffed lemurs. There's quite a few of them in here. I think they're quite social animals. Oh my goodness. What is that one? It's resting with its arms above its head. That was cute. Yes, all doing their own things. There's one over there sunbaking, one grooming. Goodness, they look fluffy. They look so fluffy. Oh, I want to pat one just to see how fluffy they are. They do look very, very floofy. They have quite long tails too. Can't quite see it, it's kind of blending in. There we go. It's a long tail. And it's serval. They're like small, large cats. If that makes sense. They are smaller than the average large cat, but they are larger than the average cat. So, should have known today was going too well. I've just realised that I've lost my ring. I took it off to sanitize my hands after having lunch. And apparently forgot to put it back on. But I mean, at least I know where it should be. I don't know where else it could be if it's not there. So hopefully I can find it. Because it was not super cheap. So I'm really hoping I can find it because I also love that ring so much. So it turns out I'm stupid. I'm not actually back to where I was yet. But I found it. I was like, I would have remembered to put it back on after like cleaning my hands. And I'm like, I did remember to do that. So obviously I found it. But I took it off for the cheetah encounter so that just in case, like, I was like, I'll just take it off. So it doesn't, bother them or anything. I put it in my bag. And then I was like, cool, we're good to go. And then afterwards, obviously I didn't even think about it. Luckily there was only like 1 or 2 more enclosures after I realised before I finished that kind of loop things, and then neither of them were like super exciting animals either, because one of the enclosures was actually empty. It was a Tasmanian devil one, but there was no animals in it anyway. I'm like, I'm gonna double check it before I get there, just in case I was gonna spend ages looking around the ground over there and not find it. But yeah, it was in my bag the whole time, so that's good to know. Crisis averted. Okay, finished at the zoo, on the way back to the car now. 4, so it's not too bad of a day. I'm gonna go get some more cheese rolls because I realised that I didn't get enough to cover breakfast tomorrow. I realised that when I was there, so I could have bought more, but I opted not to because I knew my bag wouldn't be big enough to fit all of them in. Yeah, I just decided I'd just go back later. In other good news, I know it may not look like it, seeing as I am now in the car, but I actually am getting more confident in vlogging in public and with other people around. So that's probably a good thing. It's getting less awkward. Okay, back in the apartment now. They didn't have any cheese rolls, so I got some Turkish rolls instead, and I guess I'll do that tomorrow after my meeting at ANU. I also ended up getting some donuts because I saw them this morning and last time I went there. And I was like, oh, I really feel like donuts. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get them. So I did that. Also, I got a bit of a stain on my shirt from the ice block. So I'm gonna have to wash this shirt. Good morning. It is Tuesday now, it's just past 10. I'm heading out to go meet with the, I'm not sure what their official title is, but that's the person who organises the clinical masters program at ANU. Okay, it's about 3:45ish now. I've been back in the apartment for a while. I didn't actually have anything planned for today since I went to the zoo yesterday and I wasn't sure how tired I would be. So I ended up just having that meeting for at ANU, which went really well. So I got some answers for some questions and stuff. I came back, did some reading and a bit more of the puzzle. I'm gonna try and finish that one tonight because I think I started the hardest one that I brought with me first, and I just want to get it done so I can do the other ones, which I think will be more fun. So I'm working my way through that one. But I'm breaking for lunch now. I just had I got a quick meeting with my honours supervisor because we're trying to submit ethics, and for some reason it's not working. Like, as far as I can tell, it's like on my thing it says submitted and awaiting sign off. But he never got any email, to be like, you have something to sign off, and there's nothing in his system. I tried calling the people that organised that stuff twice and wasn't able to get through to them either time, so he's gonna make a note and, write to them, I think, and try and get that sorted. But he wanted to, we had a quick meeting then just to make sure it was something that, was out, it wasn't like I just done a mistake somewhere, because I'd never done it before, so that wouldn't have been all that surprising. But yeah, as far as we can both tell, it looks like it should have worked and it just didn't. So yeah, had a quick meeting with my supervisor, and now we're going to, now I'm going to have lunch. Morning. It is about 11:20ish at the National Museum at the moment. I'm actually walking back to my car. Sometimes having ADHD sucks, because one of the few things that actually motivate ADHD brains is time limits on stuff. So having deadlines for things. So I had a thing that was booked for 11:15, and my brain was like, oh, we need to leave right this second if we want to even risk getting there on time, because of course I'm going to wait until the last possible second to leave, because my brain's like, oh, deadlines, we must wait until the last possible second. Anyway, I was late. Of course I was late. Half the time I end up late to things because my brain waits until the last possible second for us to leave, and even at that point it's like, oh, we'll just push it a little bit more, even though I know that I will end up late. Doesn't make much difference, I can't get down that way. But anyway, I walked in, I was like, hey, can I either reschedule it or just rebook it? I was happy to pay again if I had to. But they were like, yeah, you can just go to a 1:15 session and just give them the ticket that I had for the one that we had 11:15. So that's good, I don't have to repay for that. But in my rush, I didn't bring my walker, so I'm walking back to the car to get the walker. so I can actually go and do the stuff there without being exhausted, because like just the walk there, I think because I was walking quite fast, I was actually kind of puffed and a little bit sore from it. So I'm back at my car now and I'm gonna get my walker out. The fun of having ADHD, it's not fun. It sucks and it's very annoying in situations like this where it's like, I know I was gonna be late, but my brain was like, no, it'll be fine, we'll push it a little bit more, and then I end up late to things like this that I wanted to attend. At least it's not any real negative this time. I don't have to actually pay to reschedule it, because sometimes things are late and then you just don't get to do it, or you have to pay to do it again and stuff like that. So at least this time it wasn't too bad, but sometimes it is very annoying. So I had to do one of like the exhibitions you paid to do. Some on like feminine power throughout history. I'm looking at these guys now, but it's talking about how they were both male and female. It's interesting that, like, because we humans often, at least what a lot of society views gender as a very like rigid thing, but even, you know, back then it wasn't. You know, this is what, 1800s, well, yeah, 1800s is kind of when we're estimating this was done. And even then it was like, yeah, gender was not a concrete thing, funnily enough. I'm gonna hope you can hear me. I have a feeling the earpiece is gonna be the microphone, so I'm gonna hope you can hear me. I'm now waiting for the Beyond the Milky Way experience. I have a feeling I may have done before with Dad last time I was here, but I'm doing it now because I can't actually. I'm doing both of them, but the other one's later. So I had to leave the, I can't remember what it's called right this moment, like the feminine power exhibition thing. I've got a little wristband that will let me go back in later, because I didn't get to finish it. Anyway, they're kind of getting everyone together now, so I just did that. I don't think I've actually done that with Deb before, unless they've changed it a lot since I was last year, because it's not at all what I remembered. So I think I might be thinking of something else at a different museum, because it wasn't even where I thought it was. Like the theatre wasn't even where I thought it was. It was similar, but it was upstairs to where I thought it would be. So I'm not certain if this. I think I'm thinking of a different museum. Anyway, it was great. It was really good. My face is very sore now, actually, though, because the headset, having it squished on my face. So my face is actually quite sore from it. I was constantly like either holding it up from like underneath, like just holding some of the weight in my hands, or like holding it off of my face a little bit, just to try and relieve some of that pressure. So that was probably not expected from my face yet, a little bit sore. I think I've got another one in like, what time is it? I've got another one in like 25-ish minutes, so I'm sitting down here to have some lunch now. But I think for the next one, I'm going to try loosening the straps even more than I had for this one. I'm just hoping that'll take some of the pressure off off my face, because that was actually getting a bit sore towards the end of it. But yeah, the show itself was really good. So yeah, that's good. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to have some lunch now and then head back up to the other one. Okay, just done the other VR show, which I'm thinking maybe I've seen that one before, rather than the first one, because I don't remember the first one at all. But it was really, really good. I think I preferred that one to the first one. But eventually, just because that was more than I was expecting. I think it was the first one, because it was Beyond the Galaxy, but it was more focused on the actual technology we use to see space, rather than just like photos and stuff of space, which I guess makes sense. We don't really have a lot of stuff, like photos and stuff that you could do in that context, like a VR context of space. But yeah, it was really, really interesting. I really enjoyed it. So that was good. Yeah, I've done both of those now. I'm going to head back into the Feared and Revered exhibition for a bit, and then in like an hour and 10 minutes I've got a tour. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but it's on like Indigenous Australians. I've got that at 3. It's now about 10 to 3. I'm waiting for the like Indigenous tour thing. I can't remember what it's called right now, but it's the tour of Indigenous Australians. I'm thinking I might come back tomorrow and do most of the exhibits, because it's only this goes for an hour, and then the museum closes an hour after that at 5. So I think I'm going to come back tomorrow and do most of it, because it's been actually, I haven't had as much time as I thought I would today, which I guess makes sense because I didn't get there until 11:15. Anyway, I'll probably do most of that tomorrow. So as you can see, I'm back at the apartment now. It's 4:45. Yeah, I ended up deciding just to leave early because I was feeling kind of like dizzy and like lightheaded almost. I don't really know. It's kind of like I feel like I just got off of a cruise and like everything's all like wobbly and stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna finish my lunch because I didn't end up finishing my lunch. I'm gonna finish my lunch now But hopefully that'll make me feel better, because I'm assuming it's because I didn't eat enough today. Because generally, like, not usually this, but like often if I don't eat for long enough, I'll end up being in quite a bit of pain. This is very different to that. So I'm just hoping that it's food related anyway, and the eating will fix it. Because if not, then I don't really know what to do. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go back to the museum tomorrow, because it's an awful lot bigger than I remember it being. So I didn't actually get to do really any of the exhibits, because I had the 2 shows and then the tour. So I got to do very little of the actual, like, just museum where you just wander around and look at stuff. So yeah, I'm going to go back either tomorrow or Sunday, because the other things I want to do, I have a feeling both of them are going to be open on Sunday, so I can do that. But if one of them isn't open on Sunday, I'll do those 2 tomorrow and then go back on Sunday to do the National Museum. And just as a little continuation, I don't really know what it is about being on holidays. I don't know if it's like, yeah, I don't really know what it is, but I've been like really tired a lot while I've been here. So that's been fun. So like on Wednesday, I ended up having the day off, even though I did one thing on Tuesday, which was my meeting at ANU, which wasn't obviously a very big thing. But I didn't do anything on Wednesday. I didn't do anything on Thursday. So I feel like I've kind of wasted those 2 days, which, I mean, technically I did. But like, I don't even know what I did yesterday. I don't think I really did anything. I don't think I did much on Wednesday either. I know I napped Wednesday afternoon, but anyway, I don't really know what I've done. Anyway, I'm going to eat and then try and get some stuff done, because I've got things I need to do. I'm feeling mildly productive, so I'm going to try and do something if I can feel less floaty. Just giving an update, because I don't know when I last vlogged. I think I vlogged when I was having food. I think it was having not eaten, because I was feeling better after that. So I did that, and then went and had a shower, and then did a bunch of productive stuff, which wasn't fun, but I did it. There's still a lot more to do, but I did a good chunk, and I had enough when I stopped, so better than nothing. It's now about 9:15, so I'm just getting ready for bed. I'm gonna do some reading and then hopefully go to sleep at a decent time. I was gonna start a puzzle, like a new one, but I don't think I'm going to, because I know that if I do, I'll be up until like midnight doing the puzzle. So I'm not gonna start one. I'm just gonna do some reading instead, and then try and go to sleep at a decent time, so I then wake up at a decent time so I can actually do stuff tomorrow. Good morning. It's about 10:30 now. I'm just heading out. So I'm gonna go back to the museum today. I'm gonna do the Avery tomorrow, I think. So that's fun. I went out and got some breakfast, came back, had breakfast, and then just wasn't feeling like going out, so I sat and did some reading, and then after that, I read a chapter of the story I'm reading at the moment, and then after that was feeling like going out, so I got ready, and now I'm heading out. Very random, but I like the elevators here, because they play elevator music for you, but like it's not playing normally, it's just when the thing's moving, which is quite funny. Gold mining stuff here. I think stuff from that kind of time period. So it's just making me want to go to Melbourne, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but the place near Melbourne, where as kids we went like gold mining in like a little river. I can't remember what it's called right now, it's going to annoy me now. We went there with Tara, if any of you guys remember, or if any of you guys were here from then. That was what, 2018 that would have been. But yeah, it's all like a lot of this stuff is reminding me, like specifically that primarily. Obviously that is directly related to gold mining, but yeah, it's reminding me of that trip and makes me want to go to Melbourne again. On it. I saw the Eureka Stockade and I was like, that's the show they have, but it's Ballarat is where it is. So if you're wondering, that's just the information. I think this is stuff from that. Just about done at the museum now. I'm gonna head home. It is about what, 1:30, just after 1:30. So that's good. I brought lunch with Nick. I didn't know how long I'd be, but I think I'm gonna be going home to have my lunch. There was something that I learned on the tour yesterday that I thought would be interesting for you guys. The lady down there actually, I couldn't remember what it was, so the lady down there had to help me. It was that one, her. But these like bits on the building, they've got braille on there. I don't know if it probably won't show up on the camera. The silver bits in the middle, they actually had like writing, I think, under them. There was 2 messages. One was sorry, and the other one was, I think, forgive us for our genocide. They were put in by the architect of the building, and like it was not many people kind of knew about it. And then like the day before the museum was supposed to open, like a bunch of press and stuff, and like the Prime Minister all came to see it, and one of the reporters could read like the braille, and the Prime Minister was not happy about it. This was 2001. I think the guy said yesterday, I think it was 2001. So honestly, not all that long ago, but anyway, they couldn't replace them because it was like the day before they were going to open, and all of these panels are like curved and on like an angle, so like they're quite specific, so they couldn't just like flip them over or anything, so they just ended up putting like the plates over them to cover it up. But what I find really interesting, like aside from that whole thing, like that was, you know, recent, and people weren't even acknowledging it at that point, like in 2001. But the tour guide said it was only like 4 or 5 years ago that they were even allowed to tell people that there was an actual message underneath it. Like before that, they just weren't allowed to talk about it. Even 4 or 5 years ago is insanely recent for something like that to not be allowed to be talked about. So yeah, I found that really interesting. I thought you guys might as well. Morning. It is like 10 past 11 at the moment. I'm heading out to go to the Avery in Canberra. I can't remember what it's actually called, but it's an Avery. Yeah, I was going to head out earlier, but I needed to do my laundry and I wanted to get hung up before I went, so it has the most chance of drying before I need to pack it up tomorrow. So I had to wait around to do that, so I just did some productive stuff. I just scanned some things so I didn't have to bring the actual stuff with me back home, because I don't like having just stuff for the sake of having stuff, but I like having like the memory, so I just scan stuff. Anyway, I'm gonna head off now. I hope you can hear me. I don't know if you can, because it's very noisy. I'm in the walking Avery now. I've actually put my loops in because the birds are very loud. So I was like, I'm gonna put them in, and then that'll help a bit. But yeah, I've got some food stuff to feed the bird. There's a bird coming here, Brutal. Would you like a bit of food? No? Not hungry? No, not hungry. Okay. Would you like some food? Can't tell if you're hungry or not. Would you like some food? No, you're definitely not hungry. Oh my goodness, you are lovely. Would you like some food? Nope, no one likes food. Okay, that's rude. Why are you not hungry? I wasn't taking it from you, I was just getting a photo of it. That's my finger. Ow! Oh! Getting on my hand, are you? That's okay. Hello. What are you doing? No, you can be on my hand. No, that's not food. That's not food, little bird. No, my ring is not food. Turtle. There you go. There you go. You're gonna stand on the carrot. Okay. Oh, there's another one. Hello, are you coming to join the party? Standing on the carrot. The carrot's an apple. Goodness. He's eating away. He's sitting with standing on. Hello, pretty girl.
Yeah, if you stand up on this, you can take this on this. You want to stand there?
The tree's attacking you. You are very chill, aren't you? I'm trying not to get the tree attack you, but also that you be close to the tree in case you want to hop off. That's my finger. Ow. Ow. That's my finger you're chomping on. There you go. There's the food. Hello. Friends come to join.
Be nice. Stand up
I don't know if you guys are actually going to be friends or not. Oh, no, no you're not. Sorry, other birdle, I only have one hand.
Alright. Jump up, Charlie.
Ow, goodness, your talons are sharp. Ow.
Hey? You jump up.
Ow. Stop eating my fingers, please.
It's for the bird. It's not for us.
Oh, where are you going? Where are you going? Oh, bye-bye. Alright, would you like some more? Or you had enough? You had enough? Had enough? Okay. Well, thank you. Oh, fluffy bird. It is cold, isn't it? My fingers are very cold. Would you like that bit of food? Here you go. I'll leave that there for you. Good bird. The birds just chilling over here. Oh, I remember those. I can't remember what they are, but they're some kind of like fish bone, I think. Is it cuttlefish? I'm trying to remember from when we had fudgy. I can't remember. Anyway, I know birds like them. Okay, that's a bird on top of another bird. We're not going to film that. Well, we are filming it. Okay. Oh, yep. Okay. You do you, birds. You do you. They were doing big fly around. I don't know what happened. They all just decided they were going to do big flies. Look at them all up on the wire. There's so many of them. Would you like seafood? You are fluffy. No. That's okay. You are so fluffy. Would you like some of this instead, maybe? What? Hello. It's still safer. My fingers feel less at risk. Those other birds will not stop eating my fingers. You seem very hungry, Mr. Chicken. Alright, what are you thinking? The Malarkey are the hungriest birds here. You just lost a big chunk, you silly. another piece once you're done with this one if you want. Where you going? Okay, bye. Smells a bit like chicken liver here. I wonder why. They are so fluffy. You're very fluffy chooks. Little Bartle, would you like some of this? Hey, little bird. Oh, come through. This was too far away. But I don't want to have to stand up. I'm getting sore. You like that? Or would you like to keep checking it around? Would you like some? Let's get this as a no. Good morning. It's about 5 to 9 on Monday. I gotta go home today. Technically checkout's at 10, but I've been told I can have until later, so I assume there's no one immediately coming after me. Anyway, I've got to be going home by probably 10:30 at the latest if I want to make it home in time. I've got my support worker coming at 2, so I'm gonna do that. But I don't particularly want to go home yet. I'm quite enjoying my holiday. I've enjoyed being here. The apartment's been really good. I've enjoyed doing the touristy things. So I'm not quite ready to go home yet. I don't want to pack up. But anyway, obviously I have to, so I'm going to. I just don't particularly want to. I've enjoyed my holiday. I think part of it is I'm not ready to go back to uni just yet. But I'm going to be. I've got a lot of work to do for my thesis, which I'm not going to think about now because otherwise I will definitely not want to pack. I'm gonna have some breakfast and then get packed up. Okay, it's 10:15 now and I've just finished packing up, so I'm gonna head to the car, put all my stuff in and then get going. I'm in Goulburn now, getting the bread from the bakery that we like.